1720.
I'm a completely different pilot than I am on flight sim in real world. Super careful and like thinking about each transmission before I even press the button. Like I'm like my minimums are probably like half or even less than half of what the legal what I'm legally allowed to do. And I think if you're a hobby pilot and if you don't have that many hours, it's it's best to do that. It's best to follow that kind of approach, because you never know. If you're flying regularly, then sure, keep your minimums at like maybe 75% of what the legal allowance is. Like for example, in visibility and all of that, right? But if you're not flying that often, I wouldn't risk it. But on sim, on the other hand, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so we are descending nicely, still on the VNAV path. Once we cross Mikey, I'm going to enable the LS buttons here, which shows up how aligned you are with the runway and with the glide slope and all of that. So we'll do that. Again, this is not I'm not flying this with like real world procedures or anything. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of A330 drivers videos.
5070, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Maintain 220, also 5070.
Yeah, he's one guy that I really trust because he's a real airline pilot, and he uploads these full flight videos which are a lot of fun to watch, honestly. Definitely a lot more fun to watch than my noobish kind of full flight videos. Okay, so we are at Mikey. He said we are cleared for capturing the ILS. So we as soon as we hit Silex, I guess that's when we'll capture the localizer. So I'm gonna turn LOC mode on as well. We shouldn't be going to 260 knots at this point. I'm going to push the speed brakes so that we come in the restriction limits. Also, it's kind of struggling to descend without keeping the speed, so I'm helping it a bit with speed brakes. There's the blue heartbeat arrow. So I think we are about to intercept our VNAV path here. And how far are we from the airport?
Delta 1686 Whiskey,
It's like roughly 10 miles.
Delta 1686 LA Center, ready to contact.
Yeah, so 6.55. So yeah, 11 miles or so roughly from the runway when we intercept at Silex. So I think that's when we should start putting the flaps out as soon as we hit the green dot speed here. I think we are good for flaps 1, I believe. And we're below the glide slope as well, so I believe we can just capture the glide slope and the localizer together. If I was above the glide slope, then I would have just kept going.
Error 342 LA Center, runway 27 taxi via Bravo.
Again, not real world procedure, but I'm trying. Don't think we'll need speed brakes anymore, so we can set those to
United 764, wind calm, runway 8, clear to land.
runway 8 clear to land for United 764. Wind calm, so this is perfect. This is really good conditions for us to practice landing on this airplane. Let's prepare a little bit early so that we are fully stabilized on our approach. I'm gonna put the gear down at roughly like 7 miles or something, so that we get all that drag in. We started descending, we're on the glide slope. As soon as we see the runway here on the 10-mile navigation display, I'm gonna put the gear down because I am seeing that I'm not able to really get the speed down. Or is it just targeting that speed? I don't know. No, the engine is idling, so it's just not able to get the speed down. Let's set our missed approach altitude. Let's try to follow. Yeah, GSX got killed. Climb 1800, then turn right, turn to 4600. Okay, so 4600 is our go around altitude.
November 342.
Okay, let's put the gear down.
2904, runway 27 takeoff.
That should slow us down quite a bit.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27.
And let's go flaps 3. Yep, that slows us down quite a bit.
2000.
And we are at 2000. I think let's just go flaps full at this point, because we are within all the speed limits and stuff. I see the runway, but I'm gonna wait just for a little bit. Let's look at the wing views before we start prepping for our final landing here. That looks beautiful. That looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, landing. All the checks are green, and we do have landing clearance as well, so we are good to go. At 1000 feet, I'm going to disable the autopilot and fly this thing manually. I'm really excited to see how this landing goes. I will put up the landing rate somewhere, or I'll just say it. And I want to keep the ground charts on so that I know what I'm doing after we land. So we are on, okay, 08. So I'm gonna probably take
1000.
Bravo. I'll try, but if not, we'll see. Alright, 1000. Let's disable
100 above.
autopilot and let's go.
Minimum.
Continue. Keep it stabilized. No need to put any heavy inputs here. Everything is good. Just keep it nice and steady.
500.
Check.
400. 300.
Okay, I think at this point I shouldn't follow the pappies and just aim for the numbers.
200.
Let's see how this goes.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
I think that was a pretty good landing. Alright, reverse was green. Don't think we'll be able to take. Alright, pretty good.
1720. Expect a visual or ILS, runway 26 right approach.
Yeah, we'll take the ILS 26 right approach, American 1720.
Delta 1686. Descend via the Lucky
Let's
1
get
arrival.
out of here
Burbank
quickly,
altimeter
and then
29
I'll
January.